Welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Wendy Irene, and this reading is for Gemini. So if you have Gemini in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, or if there's a Gemini in your life that you're hoping to gain a greater understanding of what may be going on with them energetically, then this is for you. So you can look up your other signs, such as your moon sign, your rising, your North Node. There are online calculators. You will need to know your place and time of birth. But I really highly recommend that you check that out because for me, astrology didn't make sense until I started combining the signs. It just seemed like it was too narrow of a picture before. So these readings are meant to be timeless, meaning that I trust in the divine timing that when you come across them is when you're meant to. And I just ask that you do your best to open your heart space and really be willing to listen to your own intuition above everything else, because your intuition is your greatest guide and teacher. And my hope with these readings is to really just help you hear your own inner voice louder, because that's how these readings are personalized to you. It's really taking a moment to connect with yourself, being able to hear yourself, to hear your higher self. One of the great ways to do that is to take a few deep breaths with loud exhales. It helps just release everything you're carrying. Think of it as self-care. These readings are your self-care. Just let your shoulders relax and drop. And for these few minutes, just let everything go. Every stress, all the work that you do, just let it all go. Let this be your time of rest and really hearing yourself. Okay, so Gemini, the card that we got from the Healing with the Fairies deck is Awakening Your True Self. There's a peacock feather in here. There's a fairy. There's a conch shell. There's flowers. I feel like some of you might do well taking a vacation, going near the ocean with this shell. Beautifying your space, really making your area that you relax in and go home to beautiful for you, so that it's the serene oasis, this getaway from like all the stress of the world here. So let's see what Awakening Your True Self says in the book. You're beginning to recover your natural identity, including your old sense of humor, interests, passions, and desires. Trust that any confusion or changes you're currently experiencing are part of your healthful evolution. As if a cloud has lifted from your mind and heart, you're beginning to see life from the perspective of your old self. You just went through a period where you gave up who you are to please another person. You buried your interests, ignored your friends, and tried to fit into another person's lifestyle. Now your old self is emerging. You're back. As you recover your authentic self, your life and your personality are going through big changes. Hold tight and allow these changes to occur. The fairies ask you to trust that the parts of your life and personality that are falling away are inauthentic and false. Know that you're building on a solid foundation of truth and that everything is working out perfectly right now. Okay, Gemini, so the affirmation that goes along with this card today is, I now give myself permission to be my true self. And it's so, it's something that's so common. So often we try really hard to please others that we kind of lose who we are. So this card is really bringing yourself back to those things that really bring you joy, the parts of your personality that maybe you have been neglecting, the interests you've been neglecting. And I know for me, like setting time aside to do these readings each day, this is very helpful to me because it's like, it feels for me like connecting to who I am and taking a moment to do that. And this wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everything you do to support this channel, for the likes, the shares, the comments, subscribing. I truly appreciate it. And I am sending so much love to you. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the tarot deck a couple more times here and see what other messages want to come up for us, Gemini. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, or the Six of Emotion. We have the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Action. The Seven of Wands. We have the Review and Contemplation right at the heart of this reading. Really taking time for yourself to allow yourself to have those insights come through, sitting alone, relaxing, thinking things over. The Four of Wands. So Gemini, you have a lot of fire energy, a lot of heat, a lot of passion here. Successful completion. And then embrace those around you with the Five card, which is the card of change. Okay, I really want to start out at the heart of this reading, this center card today. I have a card in the center with basically a circle of cards around it. That's what I'm feeling drawn to doing right now. So this card really wants you to be proud of who you are, proud of how far you've come. And when we are connecting it to awakening your true self, it's like this card is asking you to connect back to your divine life purpose. Your life purpose doesn't have to be some huge act. Your life purpose is coming back to yourself, coming back to what's true for you, allowing that to shine in the world, allowing you to be exactly who you are, not having to hide that for anybody else. That's one of the best things about aging, though. I feel like with aging, that comfortability in being who you are really starts to come out. But it's with this reviewing things, it's, as you're looking at your life, it's time to decide what comes next for you. It's time to get clear. So it's asking you to get rid of conventional thinking, so that, and what everybody else would want of you, so that you can be the real you. What really lights you up inside? What do you feel like you really want to do in your life here? The Six of Cups is not romanticizing the past. It can be a nostalgia card, but like not seeing the past as better or worse than it was, okay? Maybe just taking a look at like the growth that you've gone through, but knowing that I just want to say, like, what I'm feeling the most is like being in the present moment, just bringing yourself back to the present moment. For some of you, you may have someone from your past reemerge, like someone from your childhood, maybe a sibling or a friend, or someone that was a part of your life. They may emerge into your life now. That's what this card can mean sometimes. But I feel like it also can be like you might be dealing with something with a child. So if you have children, there might be a situation that you're dealing with a child, and you connecting to your inner child and you connecting to the real true version of yourself, that's going to give you the biggest help in dealing with this situation if you are dealing with a child. So maybe sometimes even as parents, we do too much to please our children, and that's not helping them. It's really us being authentically who we are, setting the boundaries of what's okay, what's not okay. That's the best we can do as parents here. So the Eight of Wands is like, it feels like there's a lot going on. It feels like it's chaotic. It feels like it can be overwhelming. And I think that's why you have the Review and Contemplation card here. It's because you're being asked to like pull yourself back from this and express gratitude. Okay, so when you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you're feeling anxious, or if you're feeling worried, start saying prayers of gratitude, because you cannot be grateful in the same moment that you're worrying. So it can be for the smallest things, and those are so important. I'm so grateful for the beautiful plants at my house. I am so grateful for my cozy bed. I'm so grateful that I have a safe place to lay my head down. I'm so grateful for my kitchen, or for baking, or whatever it is for you. Start saying prayers of gratitude, okay? Eight of Wands can also be that you may travel. And I was seeing that shell so prominently for me in that one card. You may be traveling, you may be going over the ocean, you may be going to the ocean. The Four of Wands this is a really beautiful card, because this is a card of feeling safe and content and financially secure. It's you taking a break and really enjoying life. And it can be a card of celebration, the Four of Wands. So it can be a card of a wedding, or a new baby, or a new home, an engagement. It's a celebration, celebrating your life. See this castle here? What ways can you celebrate your life? Because with the fairies deck, one of the things that they love to say is the fairies love to celebrate. So what ways can you celebrate to make your life more fun? Because you do have these beautiful things here. Yes, life can feel overwhelming at times, but we can also bring ourselves back to that peace and to celebrating and to having fun and to enjoying. And maybe you just need to take a trip and a vacation. The Seven of Wands here is really coming back again to your personal power. So Gemini, this reading is all about you coming back to your personal power, coming back to your true self, being who you really are, being confident in that, using your strengths. And really settling if there's any inner conflicts within you, like say that you feel torn about something, you have inner conflict. Take that time to really contemplate so that you can hear your inner voice, so that you can get back onto the path that's best for you here. And then embrace those around you. This is really a time of spiritual growth for you, Gemini. So this is, your heart may long to try new things, to, like I was saying with like a trip, like your heart may really long to do something new or to take this break, but you also embrace those around you, like especially if you're dealing with children. Like I'm seeing like this mother and child, like this immense amount of love. Just love is always a good answer, right? Love is always a good answer. So pour love into the situation. Sometimes when you don't know what to do, you can send love from your heart to the heart of another one. I just feel like, Gemini, like you deserve this time to really come back to yourself, because you were created who you are for a reason. So it's time to let go of the pleasing everyone and to truly being you, who you are, and just infusing love into yourself, into everything that's going on around you. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again soon, Gemini.